Okay, Jean-François.
You can see
super.
us? Super. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We were having a little bit of a live stream glitch here. But I first of all want to welcome you. Thank you for your patience. Technology is always an interesting challenge. And of course, it's in some ways is a representation of the world that we live in today, which has a lot of uncertainty, a lot of challenges. So I'm Robert Dilts, and I'm the co-founder with my brother John Dilts of Dilts Strategy Group and co-creator of Success Factor Modeling. And this is our first video newsletter, and we want to be presenting you some of the things that we've been doing as our SFM Leadership Team. As you can see, I'm surrounded by my amazing team: Jean-François Thierry, Mickey Fair, Jean-François, by the way, is from France. Mickey's in New York, but from Hungary. Colette Normandou from Quebec. My brother Michael, who is here with me in California and farther south. And last but not least, Elizabeth Falcon. And again, what we would like to do for you is to go over, this is it's clearly a dynamic, challenging time. And we want to be presenting to you some of the kinds of activities, some of the projects, some of the resources that we have to offer for you. And even though things are, under a lot of change, there are certain things that I think are most important for us to stay connected to right now. And SFM teaches that the foundation for any type of success in any type of context is our mindset. And that mindset starts with what we call a coach state: to be centered, open, aware, connected, and to be able to hold what's happening from a place of curiosity. And also to stay connected to, we would say, our passion, which we feel inside of us, our vision, which we see for the future, which is very important right now, and our mission, which is our contribution. And so what we want to do is we're going to start with you by sharing a practice that we do at the beginning of every meeting that we have. We did it at the beginning of this, and it seems to be very appropriate right now. So we're gonna start with our first part of this, and I'd like to pass that over to Colette.
And Mickey.
And Mickey, but Colette first.
So I'd like to invite you to connect to your body. And when I did the coach state for the first time in my life, I have to be honest, I found it hard to find my center. So the center is somewhere in your physical body. And let's connect to our breathing. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, and perhaps let the air go all the way down to the belly, which is somewhere probably where you currently sense your center. And I'm also inviting you to put your hand perhaps onto your center and feel the connection to yourself and to your passion, because the passion lives in the body.
And this is especially an important time to reconnect to that passion, to keep us elevated in our state. So I invite you to recognize what brings life into your body, what brings spark, what brings fuel to your being, because that is the source of your resource. So I invite you all to take time to recognize within what am I passionate about? Center in your passion, and you can have that passion flow in your body and make a gesture that represents what that passion is. And when you have that passion that is awakened within you, you can bring that out into the world.
And as you center in that passion, we want to then also invite you to open your mind, open your heart, to this sense of possibilities. This is a time of both danger and opportunity, and it's important to stay from our center, to stay open and aware of what is going on and what is possible. So I'd like to invite you to, as you kind of center in the body and you feel that passion, to open your vision, to begin to look to the future, to expand your awareness to include not only yourself, but your families, your communities, your profession, your countries, this whole on that we like to say that we are part of, and kind of hold this question of, well, what is it that is your vision? What is this vision of a world to which you would want to belong, to what you would want to create? This is a time now for really envisioning a new and better world. Michael?
And ask what the community is asking from you, or open to what the community is calling you to do. What are you called to do? What does the world need from you now at this moment? And now Elizabeth and Jean-Francois.
Yeah, connect to all the communities that you are part of. And we usually talk in SFM about Holon and how much we need to relate to the Holon that we are part of. The family are your family, your greater family. And to some extent, all these communities are a big community.
And while connecting to this Holon, start to think to this imagined future and to all the possibilities that are already there. Even we don't know how, even we don't know where, we have all the reason to believe, to be confident, and to wellness in our heart.
So as you have this sense of being centered, open, aware, connected, and connected to your passion, to your vision, and also this notion of your mission, what you are being called to contribute, we want to hold a space. And the last part of this coach state is about holding the space where we can really open to a deeper insight, a deeper creativity. Let whatever begins to emerge for you, what are some new possibilities that you can see? Crises often help us to sort of sort out, separate the trivial from the essential. And what is it that is essential for you right now? So as I said, this is a practice that we do. It takes only a few minutes. We start each of our meetings this way. It's something that we invite you to try and to share. And what we're going to do now is to offer some of the things that are happening from our we have different leaves, we say, in our SFM leadership team. We have a training leaf, we have a community leaf, and we have a consulting leaf. And so we're going to start with some updates on our training activities. I'm going to again pass that on to Colette.
Thank you, Robert. So as you were mentioning, we're coming on to a world of new possibilities, and new possibilities are emerging for SFM trainings. So as you know, we are very keen on giving in-class trainings, but with everything that's going on and being pushed over in the dates, we're starting to transform the programs so that they can be available to more people in the world. So we have a program in Russia with our sponsors, Richard and Oksana, and we are planning to do an SFM1 online program. And so not only for the people from Russia, but everywhere in the world could join into this online program. We'll be giving you more precise information when that will be ready. We also have the first Generative Leadership Program, which was set to be in Quebec City, but we are going forward, virtually. And what is so exciting about it is that it's not just giving a training and saying bye-bye, it's also creating a movement and creating that community and solidifying it with masterminds, with coaching. And we're there for you. And you all know what the programs can bring to people. And I think this is the time where people need to connect to their conscious leadership, to their generativity, to their authentic entrepreneurship. So the programs will be going forward. We also have a program in Mexico, and this is another first. This is the year of the firsts. We have our first executive 3-year program, Executive SFM Coach, Consultant, and Facilitator program that will be done over 3 years with the whole leadership team and Robert. And that will be with our dear sponsor, Francisco Ramirez from the SMPNL in Mexico. And we will be starting as of February 2021. And it will be 2 times a year where we meet together, but it will be combined with webinars, with masterminds, and collective support. So we're very excited about that. Stay tuned. We'll be doing something at the end of August just to give you more information on that program that will be offered in Mexico. We also have our first hub that will launch next April. It's in 1 year, but it will be the first intensive that is not in California. So it will be on conscious leadership, and that will be with Robert, Catherine, and I. And we also have programs that we're looking out for Ireland, we're looking out for many different parts of the world. So stay tuned. We'll be keeping you posted when everything is reorganized. That's what our challenge right now is, finding those new spaces and time to get that out there. But we'll be going online, and some of them next year will be in class. So we look forward to keeping you updated on that side. So I pass it on to
Michael.
So we have a slide. We're going to talk about
a slide is coming.
Circles.
Slide is coming, and it is. Oops, slide is right here. Here it is.
That's it. Venture circles. So, so the first question is, what is a venture circle? What are venture circles? And one of the answers is that they're a micro community. And a micro community, what is that? It's a small group. And an SFM venture circle is a small group that has SFM training and is united around a vision and a passion. So a small group united around a vision and a passion. What can a small group accomplish in the world? There's plenty of examples if you think about it a little bit. You know, there's small groups that have accomplished many things in the past. The 12 followers of Jesus of Nazareth, 12 simple men, fishermen, carpenters, but they started a new religion that spread to the entire Roman Empire, the strongest political organization of its time in the known world. Other examples, the Sons of Liberty in the old, the previous colony of Britain, Massachusetts, they got together and they were angry about taxes and started a few protests, and they ended up founding a nation. And then there was more recent examples like Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, who were computer hobbyists that had a passion and an interest in personal computers, and a vision and a dream that maybe someday personal computers would be in everybody's house. And if it hadn't been for them, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. So small groups connected by passion and vision can accomplish a lot. So what we'd like to do here at DSG is to help foster more of these small groups, to be midwives to new ventures, and to bring people together around topics like health, education, sustainable development, leadership and management, spirituality. And we've created a place where groups can get together and do that. What you need, first of all, is somebody that's committed, that's going to be a leader of a circle. They have to, of course, have a passion and a vision about a topic. And the first step is to create a pitch. So if you want to participate in this, either as a participant in someone else's circle or start your own circle, come to our website, go to our Venture Circles page, which looks a lot like this slide you're seeing right now, and either join one of the other circles or give us a pitch. We have a place where you can give us your elevator pitch. And there's also a place where you can find out more about some of the other circles that are going on. And in fact, you're going to hear more about them later in this session, 2 of the circles that are already happening. So I invite you to come to the website and join a circle or start a circle. Next.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
I think I'm next.
And next we have Elizabeth. Oops. This one. Here we are.
Yes.
Okay, ready.
Yes, regarding the venture circles, we just launched the venture circle on sustainable development. In this circle, our vision is really to see human society live and answer their needs by accessing the best version of themselves without compromising the ability of the future generations to answer to their own needs. And so we decided to carry out a survey, and we decided that before the crisis we are going through. And this now appears to us to be much more important because of this major transition. So our ambition is to awaken, to raise awareness, to inspire, and by highlighting the magnificent actions that you are already carrying out. So we will start with this survey, and it consists in identifying the key success factors characterizing companies or schools, universities, or people like you and me that are successful examples in sustainable development. Yes, this is the vision of our sustainable development and our passion to transmit, to accompany, to inspire, to create this world we want to belong to. How it built this survey? It's we realized that a successful performance is a consequence of a number of levels of success factors. And these are related to the environment, to our behavior, to our capabilities, to our values, beliefs, to our identity, and our vision, our sense of purpose. So we would like to invite you to participate in this survey. The results will be promoted, I think, in an event. We would like to, the goal is really to educate, to supporting in the long term other actions on a larger scale, to raise awareness, to make a difference, even at our level of hummingbird. So if you are interested, you can contact us. You will find a link on the website. We will send you a link maybe in the next newsletter. We hope to have a lot of participation from you. Thank you.
Mickey, I think you're...
Thank you, Robert. So I'd like to talk to you about something which is a new invention, and it came out of Robert and my mind. We've been very fascinated with the question, what is the difference that makes the difference for successful conscious entrepreneurs that have launched purpose-driven, successful ventures. And what emerged from this research is that beyond the outward success, there's a clear set of qualities of mindset that produces those results. And these qualities, they relate to, three things: big picture clarity, certain habits of success, and certain ongoing priorities in actions that those people maintain. So we've discovered that it is actually possible to map this out. And we decided that we'll call it the Success Mindset Map Inventory, because it's an inventory that you and other entrepreneurs and leaders can take. And it essentially tells you what your mindset looks like now. And then it asks you, what is your goal? And compares the mindset of other successful people to your current mindset, which then helps you to come up with actions, and we give you tools and coaching to get there. So if we go to the next page, essentially the vision is to create a world where business is done respecting the three bottom lines, we call it: people, purpose, and profit. The mission we have as Mindset Maps International is to bring this knowledge and research and the diagnostic tool and help people to measure their current state of mind and get to the desired state of mind. The ambition is to actually create a community of entrepreneurs and leaders and create a global business movement. And our role is to actually offer the tool for that and create partnerships with coaches, institutes, but also offer this directly to everyone who is interested. So I wanted to give you just a really quick run through. So we go to the next page. It's going to be a web app, and this is what it's going to look like. And you will be able to take the inventory. So we go to the next page here. It's kind of like a journey. So you will see an introduction, and then you go into, your meta mindset and the rest of it. If we go to the next page, you will see that there are like 6 questions for each levels of the mindset where you can indicate your level. And we go further. At the end, you get your results, you get your comparison, and you can have your results in an email, and you can get tools. So if we go to the next page, this will just give you a quick intro. This is the diagnostic part. So this is where you see your current mindset on the left, and on the right, you will see the ideal mindset, and you will see certain gaps. So going to the next page, then you get, obviously a set of recommendations and a set of tools that you can try on your own. Going to the next page from here, kind of summarizing everything. So you take the journey, you take the inventory, and once you got your results, you can get more support, coaching from a team of coaches. You can get more e-learning. You can get into live webinars and masterminds. And we'll create partnerships to take this tool to the Spanish community, the Chinese community, the German, the French, and so on. So we are actually going to look for partners very soon. A lot to say in 3 minutes, but let's go to the final page. In order to offer you more, because this was clearly just a taster, on the 22nd of April at 1 p.m., Robert and I will have a free webinar, which is dedicated to the Success Mindset Map, and we'll take you through the actual experience and offer you much more. If you're interested, you could go to the mindsetmaps.com page and indicate your interest. You could put your name here in the chat box, or you could just email me at mickey@mentorshift.com. Either of those are fine.
Okay,
right.
Great. So I'm going to go next, because what we have next is I'm very excited to talk about our upcoming book on generative consulting. And some of you may have been with us on our generative consulting program, but this book is organized, clearly one of the things we realize is that today, and especially as we go through and come out of this current crisis, everything is going to be different. We're going to need to be generative. And generative consulting is around, well, where are those, what are the various stages? What are the situations where we need to be generative? And so this book is going to cover these three primary areas. How do we survive crisis? How do we manage transition after the crisis? And then how do we hopefully end up stimulating growth again? And this book, we organized this book around what we call the diamond model, and thanks to Jean-Francois for his suggesting that. And that diamond stands for the 7 steps of our generative coaching, consulting model. So defining the present state, setting an intention, action planning, moving to action, transforming obstacles, tracking our progress, and using deepening practices. So we show how we use those steps in consulting. And we have different ones of these steps are going to be more relevant, of course, for different kinds of situations. By the way, we collectively wrote this book. The way that we did this is that each of us took a chapter and focused on that. And so there's a primary author or two for each chapter. And each chapter shows which steps were used. It has a case example. And another big part of the diamond model is our 9 core competences for generative consulting. And we also show how those competences are applied in, again, very practical ways, and using and integrating all of the other success factor modeling models. So we use, the next generation entrepreneur, collective intelligence, and conscious leadership. So this book is currently in the state of being proofread, and it's going to be translated into French probably by the summer. So keep your eye out for this book. It's on its way. We're ready to get it out there. So I'm pass this on now to Jean-Francois. We can't hear you, Jean-Francois. You're muted. Jean-Francois, we can't hear you. You're muted. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Robert. So first, I wanted to thank everybody for participating in our survey. It's been ballistic in so many ways, because it's more like 125 people answering our survey and giving us insights around how you see SFM contribute to this world, and how you see SFM can help you. So it was really interesting, and some of your insight confirmed our intuition around what mastermind groups can do for you. So please know that we are in the process of creating SFM mastermind groups all around the world. And we want first to move slowly with a prototype with our affiliated, with our authorized people and sponsors. And then we'll see how we scale that, so that all of you that want to contribute and that want to be part of this SFM community can have your own spot in our SFM mastermind group. So please stay in touch. This is in progress, and we'll come back to you soon to tell you more about these SFM mastermind groups all around the world.
Well, so I think, as you can hopefully see, that this is a vibrant, creative, and contributing team and community. And when my brother John and I first began, envisioning SFM, what our vision was it would actually become a global movement. And it's really touched by what Michael was sharing about how a small group of people can really lead a movement that can create great change. Our world right now is in change, and our world right now needs change. And hopefully, as you can see, SFM is about finding the tools that we can use to form, to both shape and prepare ourselves for that changing world. This is a time of reinvention. It's a time of, on the one hand, of coming back to our center, to our passion, to what's most important to us, and then to creatively work together in generative collaboration to use all of our collective intelligence to really, find new ways forward. So we hope that as you kind of maybe come back for a moment to where we started, to your own passion, to your own vision, to your own sense of mission, we might want to think of, if you think of these venture circles or of some of these things that you're doing, our goal is to create a space where we can all unite and collectively work together. Probably the best place to go is to keep coming to the Dilts Strategy Group webpage. Again, we'll be posting updates there. We will have our flash newsletters and our bigger newsletters coming out. So we are really starting here. We hope that this is a world that you would like to join us in and help us to create a world to which we all want to belong. So I want to thank my fabulous team. It's a joy and a pleasure to work together, and I think you see that we're creative, and we want you to come and join us. So for now, we'll say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody.